Hey y'all, Clairvoyant Caker here, and welcome to Making of a Monster cake that is. So today we're preparing for a cake decorating class of 6 kits, and we are going to make this super cute monster right back here. And I'm decided to video this step by step to give you tutorials so you can also do this at home if you really want to. Or if you're in the Clinton, Iowa area and want to book a class with me, just give me a call. So this is the introduction video showing you what you're going to need to make this cute little monster. So if you don't want to watch this, just skip on ahead to the next video and we will get started. Isn't he cute? He's my fave. All right, y'all ready? I'm ready. Here we go. So first off, what you're gonna need is a 10-inch cake board. You get these Hobby Lobby, Walmart, lots of different places have them, craft stores, wherever. Make sure you get corrugated. And then you're gonna need, of course, your 2 6-inch cakes, cooled, leveled, ready to go. Put those to the side. And then you're going to need, of course, scissors. Can't live without those, right? Okay. You're going to need a spatula, just a small one. A flat spatula, just like that. You're going to need a little bowl of frosting just for crumb coating. And of course, a big bowl of orange. Or you could use any color you want to make your monster, really. And then you're also going to need 2 jumbo marshmallows. You're going to need 3 regular size marshmallows, not the minis. And coupler and ring. So these are for your piping tips. You can find them in Hobby Lobby piping tip aisle. And then you're going to need our 3 tips we're going to use. We're going to need a number 21. It's a large star tip. A number 3, which is like a writing tip. And then these all have various different numbers, but it's basically a hair tip or a grass tip. Okay. And bamboo skewers, you do not need 100, you really only need 1, but you need to cut it into 3 pieces. A knife. And a little thing of Crisco or shortening. And then some kind of ring to cut fondant with or cut with. A little one and a big one. You can use, I don't know, pill bottle caps, you could use glasses out of your cabinet. There's a lot of different things you can use. They just need big and small. And a rolling pin. Any kind of rolling pin. Not picky. Just, you know. All right. Fondant. Black fondant. And white fondant. There it is. And I think, is that it? I think so. There we go. Yep. Oh, wait, no, I'm wrong. I forgot a couple things. Hang on. Yep, here we go. Large piping bag. I don't know if you can buy these individually. Maybe if you go ask a local bakery, they might let you have one. And a rubber band. Yeah, sorry. Here we go. And we're back with making of a monster cake. So we're gonna get started. First thing we're gonna do, of course, put some of that white frosting filling right in the middle of our cake. I make my own frosting. I like it. I can post a recipe below. It won't be exact because some of the ingredients we use are going to be different than what you get at the store, but it'll be close. Otherwise, you can just buy some frosting, or if you ask real nice at a local bakery, I'm sure they'll sell you some. So just like that, and then we need to put a nice crumb coat on here so our cute orange monster hair will stick nicely. So we're going to spread that all over the cake. It does not have to be perfect. It does not have to be thick. We want a real thin layer. Because once we get all of that monster hair on there, that's going to be a lot of frosting. And it tends to get a little heavy. So we want to go pretty thin for this layer right here. And while I'm doing that, I will say again that if you want to book a class with me in person in the Clinton area, just get a hold of us on our Facebook page. We are Cake Fantasies by Ashley, or our YouTube channel name is Clairvoyant Caker. Because, well, our bakery's haunted, in case you need to know that. But hey, that's kind of fun. All right, that's step 1. All right, Clairvoyant Caker here. Here we are on video 2, filling the piping bag. This is our gigantic extra large piping bag. We're gonna open it up here and we're gonna take that coupler, just like that, and we're gonna put it down into the piping bag. Once it's down in there, we're gonna tighten it clear up to the tippy top. You see it doesn't come out, of course, piping bag's still sealed. See that top ridge right there? That's what we're focusing on. We're gonna take our scissors, put it right around that ridge, get it lined up good, and then do a little squeeze and twist motion and give it a tug, and that will come right off. See, just like that. And that right there, don't need it, throw it away. Okay, so we're gonna get that bag open, hold it up here. We're gonna use our first tip, which is that grass tip. We're gonna put it right over the top, or a monster hair tip in this case. We're gonna take our ring right over the top, just like that. Tighten it up pretty good, not too tight. We're gonna take it off later, but you know, pretty good. Make it snug. All right, flip her over and start rolling the top down, because we're gonna fill this bag with our orange frosting or whatever color you chose to use. And yeah, we wanna make sure we've got a good grip on it. So you kind of put it over your hand like that. Okay, spatula, and start filling that bag. And this is going to take a little while. You may not be able to find these large bags in the store, which is okay. You can use a smaller bag, but just a warning, you're probably going to be filling it up a lot, and that's fine. I mean, it's whatever you can find to use. Hey, I've seen people even use Ziploc bags. I mean, whatever you can make work will work, but I just really like these large bags. They're just easier to handle, and there's certain ways you can hold them that are easier for people with lighter grips, stronger grips, and in one of the next videos I'll show you how to do that. But let's just get our bag full to start with. So okay, so we're gonna flip it over like that, kind of knock it down to the bottom there, and you're gonna see I didn't fill it all the way to the top. You don't want to. You want to leave a little bit of a gap, see, like that. And then you're gonna take your rubber band, and when you put your rubber band on it, you want to put it at the very, very end, because you want space. You want space between the very end and the frosting, so you've got some wiggle room there. You're going to take a rubber band, tighten it up on there, just like that, and boom, we have a very, very large, very orange frosting bag that's ready to go. One more twist, we should have it. Yep. There you go, frosting. Ta-da! We're ready to roll. Bye! See you on the next one. Hey, it's Clairvoyant Caker here, and we are on video 3 of making of a monster cake. And now it's time to actually put some orange frosting, monster hair, on this monster cake. Okay, so I said earlier video that I like to use these big bags because we can arrange them for lighter grips, stronger grips, etc. So what you do is you're going to actually split that bag in half, just like that, okay? And you're going to give it a twist. So you're basically making a smaller bag out of a larger bag, just like that. So then you can grip it in your hand, like so, and have that extra in the back. And then you're ready to go, just like that. Okay, yeah, somebody's back there talking to me, and I don't even remember what they were talking about. Yeah, okay. We'll just forget that I just smacked that bag like that. But okay, so we're gonna give it a squeeze. And just like that, cool monster hair. And if it's still too hard to come out, you can use 2 hands. It's okay. Just grip it from the back or squeeze with both hands. Or if it's still too hard, you can go even lower. So when we did that split, you want to split it higher up toward the tip and put more in your, basically your reserve in the back. So then that gives you a better grip with less frosting in that bag, but it comes out a lot easier. So just kind of play around with it, get a grip that feels good, because this can get really tiring, but you know, take your time. We have plenty of time, and just make your monster hair. Just kind of stick it all on there. You can go back and look and see where I've kind of missed a few spots, and just go fill those in. You know, it's hair. It doesn't have to be perfect. So that's basically what we're going to do for the remainder of this video, is we're going to cover this entire cake with this orange hair. So I can talk again about cake decorating classes. We do them here in person, but I am thinking about trying to do an online class, maybe like a live, where I would mail you everything that you need to make the cake, right down to the cake and frosting and the supplies. That's still kind of a work in progress, you know, something to think about. So yeah, so here I'm just gonna finish up here. I think I'll just add in a little music because you're probably tired of listening to me talk, and I don't really have a good story to tell you unless you want to hear about my bakery ghost. I mean, you know, that's kind of fun, right? So video 3. Clairvoyant Caker here. This is video 4. It'll also be video 5. I kind of merged them together. Remember I said that coupler is going to come off? There it goes. Untwist it like that. Pull that original hair tip off, and we're going to go with that star. Oh, no, we're not. The writing tip, I think it's a number 3, or you can use a number 4. We're going to tighten that down on there like that, because we're going to want to get that ready. So, just like that. Okay, boom. Yep, there he is. Set it right over here to the side. And then the next thing, those 3 dowel rods, or I guess they're skewers, and those 3 regular size marshmallows. That's what's up. Because this monster, he needs some eyes, right? So we're going to do that. Put them right in there. Make sure they go all the way in so they're nice and in there good. Just like that. There's number 1. Bam. And then we're going to go number 2 all the way to number 3. Because what's a monster without 3 eyes, right? Okay, just like so. And we are ready. All 3. Okay. Set those over here. And bring out our monster. Look how orange he is, and look how that color develops. I don't know if you noticed when we start out it looked like a really light orange. Well, it darkens over time. So there is some eyes. We're going to place them in there. Now there's 3 different ways that you can make the eyelids for this monster. You can put them all in right away, just like that. And you grab that piping bag. Get it ready like before. Put the little bit in the bottom, get it twisted, get a good grip. And then we're going to take that and we're just going to color in the top half of that marshmallow. Just like that. Get it all the way around. Get it nice and solid. And it doesn't have to be perfectly smooth, because when it dries, we're going to actually come back and we're able to tap that down and make it look smoother. And he's a monster. Monsters aren't smooth. They're a little rough anyway, so it'll be just fine. Okay. Or another way we can do it, we can pull the marshmallow completely out and then do it that way. I think I like this technique a lot better. It's a lot easier to control. You just roll that dowel between your fingers like that. Moves it around so you can really get it completely covered. There we go. I probably should have put my glasses on for this part. Okay. I like it that way better. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to take it right out. Third one. Go all the way around. Move it all the way. Just, you know, color her on there. You got this. It's going to look great. Okay. And back in the cake. And we can come up and, you know, go back and touch them up here and there if we see different places that need it. But there he is right now. Yay! We're going to just jump right into 5. So here we go. We're going to unscrew that. And this is where we're going to go ahead and put on that star tip that I tried to jump ahead of myself earlier. And it is a number 21 star, which is kind of a larger star. But that's better anyway, because it's easier to get the frosting to pipe out of those larger stars. So we'll get that all on there, secured, ready to go. And this is by far my favorite tip. You can do so much with these star tips. So many options. Okay. Now grab those 2 large marshmallows, the jumbo ones, both of those. We're going to grab our monster back out, and we're going to take those 2 jumbo marshmallows and we're going to put them kind of offset them into the front, just on the bottom there. Kind of get them even, one on each side of the row of eyes there. Get them all situated. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yep. Okay, right like that. We're going to take that piping bag once we get them situated. And we're going to go like this. We're going to start closest to our monster. We're going to slowly pull out and stop, drag out, stop again. We're going to completely cover that monster foot, just like that. We're going to make them big monster feet. Because what's a monster without great big feet, right? So there is 1 monster foot. Okay. Monster foot number 2 coming up. Same thing, start close to the monster itself, pull all the way out, around, curve it around to the bottom, and make sure you completely cover that marshmallow. There we go. How cute is that? Cute. Ah, he's coming together. Look at that. Yep. So our next video, we'll have some fun with fondant. Bye now. Clairvoyant Caker here, and we are on video 6, and this is where we get to play with fondant. First you need that big ring right there, and the little ring right there, and whatever you can use as a ring. And we have the white fondant to start, so we're going to get this all squished up and nice and soft and ready to go. Then we've got the black fondant. We're going to get it all squished and worked up and ready to go. And we have this. This is a little vegetable shortening, Crisco, whatever you have, just something like that. And the rolling pin. Don't beat anybody with it. We're actually going to use it to roll with, okay? Good job. Okay, here we go. Let's adjust this. You can kind of see the table a little more. All right. Starting with the black fondant. Get it all nice and worked up. That's where that shortening comes in. If it's a little dry, put a little of that shortening in your hands, rub it on the table. That's going to kind of lube that up so it doesn't stick, but you just need a little bit, just a tiny bit. Roll that there. Oh, this is my favorite. Fondant is one of my favorite things to work with. Some say it doesn't taste so great, but you know what? It's fun. You know, it really adds a little character to a cake. So we try to do most of our cakes, we base frost them and then just use fondant for details. But, you know, It's fine. Some people love the taste. Oh, you have to try it yourself and see what you think. Okay. Get it nice and thin, but not too thin. I don't know if that makes sense. Use the big cutter there. Push down pretty good. Give it a twist. Pull that out. And now we're going to grab our red knife. It's just a little paring knife. Those work the best, just like that. Little small one. Don't go crazy. And just kind of tap the edges. Just kind of smooths it out so it's not rough on the edges. Get that kind of peeled up off the table so we're still keeping it nice and round, like a little pancake. Lay it down there. Then we're going to take and we're going to cut it right down the center. Just like that. So then we have half of that circle. And that half of that circle is, you guessed it, it's a mouth. Just like that. Half that circle. All right, so we'll lay it off to the side. We're going to grab that other half of the circle. Okay, that half we're going to lay down. We're going to take that small side and we're going to do 1, 2, 3 little circles. 3 little circles from the small end. I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention to the camera, but there it is. You get the idea. 3 little circles. Good. So we're done with the black. So now, wait, well, there's more. Hold on. Let's go ahead and just put those on there. Look how cute he is. Okay. So first one, we ought to do that mouth. So we want to center that right below the eyes, right between the feet. Don't drop it like me, but if you do, pick it up. Okay. And push it on there, and well, we're a little off, so let's adjust them. And if you kind of give him a little push and a wiggle, there we go. That'll help him stick a little better, just like that. Okay? How cute is he? Kind of get that on there nice and even. Perfect. All right, then we're going to grab those 3 little circles that we punched out right there. We're going to take our piping bag, and I'm saying just a itty bitty tiny bit of frosting on the end of that bag we're going to put on the back of that one of those. That's going to help it stick to the marshmallow. We're going to kind of slide it up underneath that eyelid so it looks like the eyelid's kind of down over the top of it a little bit. We're going to do the same thing to the second one, and you guessed it, same thing to the third one. So we're going to take that and we're going to put it right there, slide it right kind of up underneath that eyelid, like so. Boy, he's really coming to life now, isn't he? And then we're going to take that there. There's number 3. 3 eyes, just like that. How cute. Our final video is up next. Here we go. Clairvoyant Caker here with our 7th and final video of our Making a Monster Cake video series. Get some of that shortening back out, and we're at the white fondant now. Okay, so we're gonna get this all squished up and nice, and we don't really need that much. I kind of grabbed a big ball of fondant there, so we're going to be splitting it off into some smaller pieces as we go. So yep, get it nice and pliable. Again, with the shortening, put a little bit of it in there. That's going to get it to where you can really get it rolled out. So yeah, we're going to roll it out into, you know, like we did in grade school, the snake, and keep pinching off pieces because we don't need very much. We need a little thin line, almost probably less than a pencil width, kind of like a little, you know, rope. Make your little rope snakes. So we get it rolled out there like that, and we're going to grab our paring knife again, and this is the part where we're going to take our paring knife once we get it kind of how we want it, and we're going to cut it into some equal pieces. Just 1, 2, 3, just, you know, make a whole bunch of them. We're not sure how many we'll need. We're not keeping count. Just make some equal pieces, just like that. You want to get all those cut out, okay? We're gonna, yeah, that's about right. We're gonna take these and we're gonna roll them in between our fingers here, and we're gonna kind of shape them into little triangles like that, or raindrops kind of shape. So we're gonna shape a bunch of those into these little triangles. So we're gonna work on that, and like that, yep. And we're going to keep going, And if you haven't guessed yet what we're making teeth. Because what's a monster without teeth, right? Okay, so how cute is that? Oh my gosh, look at him. Okay, but wait, there's more. We're not done yet. So we've still got some of this white fondant left. So we're gonna do the exact same thing we did before, but we're gonna make them a little longer and a little larger. So just like that, we're gonna need, well, 6 total. So just like that, long triangles. Same as like we did for the teeth, just a little longer. So we'll work on that. And just in case you hadn't guessed, here we go. Monster claws right there. So we're gonna take those, let me scoot them over, okay. And we're just gonna put 1, 2, and just kind of curve them down so they stick nice, and 3 monster claws. We want 1 on each paw. So we'll go ahead, look how cute he is. Can't get over it, all right. our monster cake is done. We can touch his eyes up here, right there. Yeah, we're going to smooth those out just like that. Kind of pat him down, get him smooth. Otherwise, yeah, we're good to go. So I hope you enjoyed our making of a monster cake tutorial, and I really hope my class tonight enjoys it as well. So you can follow me on our Cake Fantasies by Ashley Facebook page. We are on TikTok also as Cake Fantasies Fun Shop. And of course, we're on YouTube as Clairvoyant Caker. So there he is one more time, our little monster. Bye.